come forward. Right over. I know who this is.
He's our star.
He is the star. He is.
Yes.
To get
Thank
him
you,
in the
Commissioner
picture.
Sachs. I
That's
appreciate
okay.
it.
I'm going to read it now,
Okay. Oh.
and then Mom's going to say something.
All right.
All right, we are declaring October 2025 as National Disability Employment Awareness Month. As I said before, there's nothing more empowering than to have a job. Everybody should at least have the opportunity to produce something, to make something. And this is so important for those who have special abilities, and this is what you have done and been really an empowering force behind. This is the 80th anniversary of National Disability Employment Awareness Month, has honored the contributions of people with physical disabilities in our American workforce since 1945. And in 1988 added to include people with mental health conditions. So the theme for 2025 is celebrating the value and talent. And whereas the Archer Disability Foundation celebrates 25 years of disability mentoring, outreach programs created for exceptional student education. Students with disabilities in our school district who are transitioning out of high school. Mentoring opportunities promote career exploration to advance skill building for securing employment in our community. Graduating ESE students are the most underutilized labor pool who need help to integrate into the community to achieve independent living skills. Whereas disability mentoring is a valuable recruiting tool for businesses, government agencies, and organizations to create inclusion in the workplace by helping students and job seekers with disabilities explore possible career paths, build confidence in their employability, obtain first-hand job experience, and develop lasting mentor relationships. Whereas the Palm Beach County School District serves, you ready for this? 38,000 students identified as eligible for ESE from birth through age 22, who may have physical, cognitive, mental, or hidden disabilities that substantially limit one or more major life activities. One of those 38,000 students was my little girl, Jessica. So after graduating from Boca High School at 22, she had no place to go and nothing to do. But it is through the mentorship of programs like the HAB Center, where she worked, and now in the Archer program, to be able to produce productive lives in our community. So, Floridians with disabilities represent an untapped talent source for employers. Listen up. Contact these folks. Later, you've got a position open for someone who will work like you have never seen anybody work before. And these individuals should be offered opportunities to create productive, independent lives through social, academic, and employment environments. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners of Palm Beach County, Florida, assembled in regular session the 7th day of October, 2025, that the entire month of October 2025 in Palm Beach County is hereby proclaimed, and I'm doing this with the Vice Mayor, Sarah Baxter, and myself, National Disability Employment Awareness Month. Thank you very much. And now you have
Thank you, Commissioner Sachs. We've been knowing each other for a long time. And when I say that Archer Disability Foundation is 25 years old, I never thought I would get this old. But I am, and I'm proud because of the work that I've done as a volunteer. Because our work at Archer Disability Foundation doesn't go out and get grants to keep this going. We get a small grant, which I'm not supposed to say helps cover my insurance. But that being said, it is a heartfelt movement that was started 25 years ago in the city of Boca Raton under Mayor Steve Abrams. And Steve was wonderful and just loved the energy and loved to see the students come and have that interaction. And as Commissioner Sachs alluded to, there's 38,000 students in our Exceptional Student Education Program. These ESE students are going to be graduating and one day will be an adult. What are we going to do with 40,000 children that will be adults in a matter of years? I see it. I see the difference when we go out into the community, and Publix supermarkets is one of our greatest partners. They hire a lot of people with disabilities, and we have grown this program from City of Boca Raton to Palm Beach County to Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River, and of course Broward County was our second. So this has really developed, and it has been created where each year when I call, all these teachers, the ESE director and the teachers all, I want to bring my kids, I want to bring my kids. Of course, I only have one body, 4 wheels, and I can only be in certain places at certain times, but I can tell you, we try to bring in as many as we possibly can that are going to be transitioning out. I am proud to say that I was on the Florida Independent Living Council, and during that time, as well as my son, was on the Florida Developmental Disability Council, both gubernatorial appointees. And what we did was we created a new set of laws called Early Steps. Early Steps is an early intervention program. So before these students get into the ESE program, they actually have an ability to be taken care of through county services and identify what their disabilities are and then target those. If it's physical, if it's intellectual, wherever it lands. This is an amazing step to the directives of our school districts, because when they age out at 22 years old and they don't have a job, again, as Commissioner Sachs alluded to, there is 40,000 students ultimately that will be here. And that translates to 40,000 plus families and extended families, like I have my husband here. So you may have an extended family because it's very difficult to raise a person with a disability. And to have the help later in years and have a father figure or a mother figure is most important in their development. And so I say to you, when you go out into your community, if you know a family that has a person with a disability being raised by that family, give them heads up. Give them time in your life to say hello. Their children aren't going to be playing with your children, but your children can teach them something. Socialization is a big part of this program. When we actually go into, let's say, Publix, and these kids come in with their head down, by the time they walk out of that store, 2.5 hours later, they're all excited. They got a little goodie bag. They can't wait to tell mom and dad what they went through. What they went through is a career exploration experience, learning the different skills in the different departments of the store. It's the same model for anything that we do, even in government agencies. We have, in the past, worked at Channel 20. One of the inspirations of my son, Pat, who wanted to be a videographer, and we have the film commissioner here, Michelle Hillary, and she always supports Archer Disability Foundation, so we're very proud of that. And they are also supporting people with disabilities in the production realm, if you will. And we always make sure that we have Pat behind the camera for us when we tape any of the Rosalie shows for the past, since 1999, but who's counting? So these things we can teach our children. If you have a skill, if you have a small business, if you have a family member or a relative or a neighbor that has a small business, and that they can create a small opportunity for a person with a disability, this is something I would like for you to take away today. Go out there and remember the value and the skills that the National Department of Employment, excuse me, I gotta get this, I'm just on a roll.